Antonio Gates' story is one of the most improbable and inspiring journeys in professional sports.
He's a freak of nature. He's a great athlete.
Imagine going undrafted, never playing a single down of college football, and still becoming one of the greatest NFL players of all time.
Rivers throwing into the end zone. Touchdown, Antonio Gates.
You see, Gates wasn't just a good athlete. He redefined what it meant to play tight end in the NFL, bringing a unique combination of size, agility, and basketball instincts that left defenses scrambling for answers. From dominating the basketball courts at Kent State to setting records on the football field, Gates' journey is proof that raw talent and relentless determination can take you anywhere. So, how did a college basketball star with no football experience become a dominant force in the NFL? And what milestones did he hit along the way that still leave fans in awe? Well, let's uncover his game-changing impact and explore why he's truly one of a kind. Antonio Gates' journey to NFL greatness is one of those stories you almost wouldn't believe if it weren't true. So let's go back to where it all began. He was born on June 18, 1980 in Detroit, Michigan, a city that's as tough as it gets. Growing up in Detroit's gritty neighborhoods, he faced his share of challenges, but it was clear early on that he had something special. Sports became his escape and his passion, and it wasn't long before his natural athletic talent started turning heads. At Centralia High School in Detroit, Gates was a standout in both football and basketball. On the football field, he had the size, smarts, and toughness to dominate, but it was on the basketball court where he truly thrived. His mix of power and agility made him a force to be reckoned with. By the time he graduated, Gates was catching the attention of college scouts in both sports, leaving him with a big decision to make. He chose football first, enrolling at Michigan State University to play under Nick Saban. But the rigid structure of football and the challenge of juggling two sports didn't sit right with him. So, with time, he realized his heart was in basketball and made the bold move to walk away from football. After a short stint at Eastern Michigan, he landed at Kent State University, where everything clicked. At Kent State, Gates became the star of the basketball team. But before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell as we continue. Interestingly, his leadership and talent carried the Golden Flashes to the Elite Eight in the 2001-2002 NCAA tournament. During the tournament, he averaged over 20 points per game and established himself as one of the top players in college basketball. It was the kind of performance that should have opened doors, but NBA scouts had their doubts. They questioned his size for his position and his ability to transition to the pro level. While the skepticism was a setback, Gates didn't let it define him. Instead, it forced him to think outside the box about his future. His time at Kent State wasn't wasted. It built the foundation of his hard work, leadership, and resilience that he'd carry with him into an unexpected yet extraordinary career in the NFL. Little did anyone know that Gates' best chapter was still ahead. Undeniably, Antonio Gates was a force on the basketball court, but at 6'4" and 255 pounds, NBA scouts didn't know where he fit. So his dream of going pro in basketball seemed to hit a wall. Advisors began nudging him toward football, suggesting his athletic build and skill set could shine brighter in a completely different arena. However, Gates hadn't played organized football since high school. But Gates had something NFL teams crave: size, speed, and coordination that came from years of perfecting his craft on the courts. Slowly, scouts started to take notice. With nothing to lose, Gates decided to take the leap. He entered the 2003 NFL Draft, betting on his athleticism to open doors. But draft day came and went without a single team calling his name. For many, that would have been the end of the road, but not for Gates. Determined to make his dream a reality, he personally reached out to teams and eventually landed a workout with the San Diego Chargers. And, well, it didn't take long for the Chargers to see what Gates brought to the table. The team took a gamble, signing him as an undrafted free agent. For Gates, this wasn't just a contract. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. What happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. Gates, the former college basketball star with zero college football experience, earned a spot on the Chargers roster. It was a move that not only defied the odds, but laid the groundwork for one of the greatest NFL careers ever. Despite entering the league with no college football experience, Gates quickly demonstrated that his basketball-honed skills were perfectly suited for the tight end position. He played in all 16 games, starting 11 of them, and recorded 24 receptions for 389 yards and 2 touchdowns. While these numbers were modest, they hinted at his immense potential, with glimpses of the athleticism and natural ability that would later define his career. Then came 2004, the year Gates bulldozed through all expectations. With 81 receptions, 964 yards, and 13 touchdowns, he didn't just prove he belonged in the NFL, he announced himself as a star. His agility, precision, and ability to dominate the red zone were unmatched. That season earned him his first Pro Bowl selection and first-team All-Pro honors, putting the league on notice. The idea of a basketball player thriving in the NFL was unheard of, but Gates turned it into a blueprint. Over the next decade and a half, Gates became the heartbeat of the Chargers offense, using his skills to create nightmares for defenders. He wrapped up his 16-year career with jaw-dropping stats: 955 receptions, 11,841 yards, and 116 touchdowns.
Rivers throws, and is it a touchdown? It is a touchdown by Antonio Gates!
Speaking of records, he holds the NFL crown for most career touchdown receptions by a tight end with 116. He's third all-time in receiving yards for tight ends and stands alone as the only one with 21 games featuring multiple touchdowns. Whether it was third and goal or a crucial fourth quarter, Gates had a knack for showing up when it mattered most. And when you look into his road to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, it feels less like a debate and more like a countdown. First eligible in 2024, Gates has already been recognized as a semi-finalist for the class of 2025, and it's no surprise why. His 16-year career wasn't just impressive, it was groundbreaking. Gates didn't just play the tight end position, but it's not just the numbers. Gates changed the game by turning tight ends into primary offensive threats, using his basketball skills, like jumping with perfect timing, to outplay anyone in his path. His professionalism, consistency, and leadership also made him a cornerstone for the Chargers and a role model for the league. As new generations of tight ends rise, you can still see Gates' fingerprints all over the position. His ability to blend athleticism, intelligence, and versatility set a blueprint for what's possible. But Gates' greatness wasn't just in the stats. His leadership on and off the field and his innovative use of basketball techniques, like boxing out defenders and timing jump balls, changed how the position was played. Young tight ends across the league began mimicking his style. Let's say he wasn't just a great tight end, he was the tight end, setting the bar higher than anyone before him. His career was a masterclass in adaptability, consistency, and sheer talent. But the time to hang his boots came. Antonio Gates officially retired on January 14, 2020, wrapping up an extraordinary 16-year career with the Chargers. For nearly 2 decades, he was the heartbeat of the Chargers, a fan favorite, and one of the most dependable weapons in the league. His retirement wasn't just the end of a career, it was the close of a remarkable chapter for both the Chargers and NFL fans who watched him redefine the tight end position. With an unmatched work ethic and raw talent, Gates left the game as one of the best to ever do it. Retirement didn't mean goodbye, though. He has remained a beloved figure within the Chargers organization. In 2023, the team honored him by inducting him into the Chargers Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy as one of the franchise's all-time greats. The induction wasn't just a nod to his record-breaking stats, it was a celebration of the leadership and professionalism he brought to the team. Former teammates, fans, and the Chargers community gathered to recognize the impact Gates had on football. Even now, Gates is still part of the Chargers family. As a Legends ambassador, he's regularly involved in team events, fan meetups, and community programs. He is such a legend. Anyway, what do you think about Antonio Gates' incredible journey from the basketball court to NFL greatness? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring sports stories. Until next time, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.